came up with the name Quatifah when I was still in high school, actually. I started DJing when I was 15. Played like some friends' parties and stuff. I was chilling over at a friend's place one night, and a Tyler Perry movie came on, and one of my friends was like, "Oh, like Quatifah, like Queen Latifah, Quatifah. You should make that your DJ name." And then I never really took it seriously. But when I came up to D.C. for the first time, got my first gig, and they were like, "Well, how do you want to be billed? Like, what do you want your name to be on the bill?" Just go for Quatifah, I guess. I have nothing better. And he's like, "Are you serious? You can just like do like your name?" And I was like, "Nah, I like Quatifah." So I kind of just stuck. Word on the street is that Queen Latifah actually knows about the project though, and she has not filed a cease and desist letter yet. I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee, so big music city, albeit not really electronic, but definitely an influence. I moved up here when I was 18, so I've lived here for like 3.5 years now. I mean, the DC music scene in general is like really popping off right now. It's really awesome to be like sort of even a part of this like dynamo of like creativity that exists here in the DMV. This is really like transforming into sort of like a more like recognizable scene. My mom's mom was actually the only female member of Frank Sinatra's traveling band. She was a really cool lady. I never got to meet her, but total badass. And so music's just been like pulsing through my family's blood for a while. My sister played the saxophone, my mom played the keys and sings. So I picked up the keyboard a little bit when I was young. Didn't stick with it too much, but I got enough out of it to like go on to singing a cappella in high school, which taught me a lot about composition and harmony. And then I got up here, continued DJing, and then eventually was like, this isn't gratifying enough. I want to start making my own music. So I downloaded a copy of Ableton illegally. I'll pay you back one day, Ableton. And yeah, it just started making music. One thing that I really liked to do when I first started out was just drag one of my favorite songs into Ableton, like a K-Tronada song, and I would pretty much just try and like recreate his songs, but with different chord progressions and stuff. And that really helped me get a handle on like composition starting off. Now I just sort of open up projects and start like playing whatever first comes to mind. Sometimes that's like chords, progressions, sometimes it's percussive elements. I'm just inspired by all my surroundings, I feel like. Obviously the stickers have helped like name recognition a lot in the area, so it's cool to also be a part of like the DC like sticker graffiti scene, I guess now. Just the other day I made my first like stencil. So yeah, I don't know, it's just fun. This project has just been like trial and error. So one of the things I do is like for every show I bring like a fat stack of stickers with me and just pass them out to people for free. Give them to homies and people put them up on their own. But one of the things that I do is for people who don't live in the DC area, sort of building this like more global community, sending stickers to people. I sent some to like Australia a couple weeks ago. Some I gotta send out to like Texas and New Jersey today. But yeah, so 100% of the proceeds go to UNICEF in Syria, which is not like, obviously there are many pressing issues in the world, but it's among like the most pressing right now, so to say. And it's just like lack of access to basic things. Like you have thousands of people dying per year of starvation. I was sort of inspired to do it by this like philanthropist named Peter Singer, who's like sort of the champion of the term like effective altruism. And so the idea of effective altruism is like you can have an impact, like you can have a positive impact in whatever community, but since we are a global community, why not maximize your impact? Donate to the most effective organizations in the world that use their like dollar per dollar money like the most effectively, have the lowest like bureaucratic costs, etc., etc. So like just pretty much make your impact as big as possible. In doing so, you also like encourage organizations that aren't using their money as efficiently as they could be to kick it up to the next level. There's a book called A Life You Can Save, and there's a website that goes along with it that lists all the most effective global charities. So that's what inspired me to do it mostly. I study international affairs, so like it all is in the same vein. But yeah, mean, it's hard coming into any sort of established scene as an up-and-comer with no name recognition and trying to get gigs, trying to get cool gigs. There's only so many times you can hear like a promoter like screaming down your neck like, play more top 40. So after about a year, and just like stop taking those gigs, I was just like, no thanks. It's tough to get cool gigs, but if you keep doing like what you think you should be doing, following whatever your ultimate goal is, or whatever the ultimate like ambition, the motivating factor is, they'll just sort of come to you. They'll start coming to you. It's definitely cool to see, like, coming in freshman year, I would have never anticipated like, oh, like it'll be a normal thing for me one day to like perform at my favorite venue in D.C. And now it's like my 4th or 5th time performing there, and it's like really humbling. No matter what your medium is, just keep doing it. Keep thinking of ways to innovate, do something different from what's already been done, and inspire people in your local community to like get on board with that. Whatever that means. Just keep doing what you know you want to do, I guess, is the moral of the story, and shit will fall into place eventually. Perhaps that's a bit naive. You can stay broke and destitute for the rest of your life, but there's some merit to that. Just, I don't know, enjoying what you do. Keep doing what you want to do. I'm Quatifah, and thanks for tuning in to Undergrad Media.